because the soundbite of the year right now, two-word soundbite of the year for sure, came after the win on a Wednesday afternoon against the Ravens when Mike Tomlin was asked about
You're right, Kurt.
About,
you're right,
Rich. It's all good, man. You just go right down the line. You're
right, Rich.
No,
well, Kurt, that's Kurt's suit.
That's right. No, understood.
I'm sorry.
No, the two-word soundbite, when asked about all the drops and all the mistakes, to what do you attribute that? Coach Tomlin said, quote, us sucking.
Right.
Never really heard that one before from a coach. And then we just saw, how concerned are you after that loss to the Washington football team about this offense, Michael?
Right. You know, what a great job that Mike Tomlin was trying to pull them out of this. He said that. Then he came back and he said, that was our JV. Like, we're not playing like we know how to play. And they were trending this way for a moment, and last week it caught them because Washington turned in and beat them. I'm not overly concerned. Really, I'm not overly concerned. What shocks me, though, is that they're not able to run the ball. And I'm not talking about balance out with running the ball. I'm talking about just get 1 yard sometimes. That they went on that 3rd and 1, that they dropped the ball, Deontay Johnson dropped. They could not get that first down. They won't even try it. That's the scary part, that they will not even try. The Pittsburgh Steelers, you're going to have to be able, I know you get James Conner back, you're going to be able to run for a half a yard to get a first down.
I am concerned about their offense just because of the nature of how they play. And it starts with the fact that they're not having any success running the football. And then the way they play in the pass game is everything is short and quick and dink and dunk. And they're very good at it, and Big Ben has been very good at getting the ball out of his hands and making plays. But what I know about the NFL is it's really, really hard to stay efficient and make long drives, drive after drive after drive, game after game after game. At some point, you've got to be able to flip the field, generate big plays in the passing game, and that is where they have struggled this year. So when they're playing against good defenses, they're not able to be as efficient. They're not able to put points on the board. So that is my big concern, Coach, is that, yeah, you're not running the football, so you can't win that way. And everything is coming out quick. But we saw it last week. All it takes is a tip pass on all those quick throws. Defense is saying, hey, we don't even have to rush them. Let's just stand here and knock the ball around. Or guys dropping those quick passes, and now you're off schedule and you're struggling offensively.
Yeah, I've been watching the Steelers' identity on offense for years and years and years, and they used to be a great run team, and then they start throwing the ball really more often and better than everybody else. Now their identity, because they have a quarterback who had surgery on his elbow and he's getting a little older, that they're throwing the ball quick, okay? And a lot of those quick throws are instead of the run. All right? High percentage quick throws save some wear and tear on my quarterback. But what you don't get with this kind of identity is you don't get as many big plays that you mentioned. You don't get the rushes that you need to control the clock and go get the important yard when you need to on short yardage and goal line or whatever that is. And so somewhere along the line now, James Conner's coming back after missing 2 weeks with COVID. They got to find a way to make that guy busy. And, you know, so he has 20 carries in a game. That's just not what they want to do. But I think as the weather gets worse, the playoff gets, you know, they got to have more big plays and more runs if they want to win some playoffs.
And today against the Bills, right? That's where the Bills have struggled, is stopping the run in between the tackles, so it becomes a huge part of the process for today.
After the Bills host the Steelers on Sunday Night Football, they'll help kick off Saturday afternoon football on Week 15 right here on NFL Network. Bills at Broncos. Panthers at Packers follows. First 3 games of Week 15 right here on NFL Network. The Thursday nighter between the Chargers and the Raiders, and then these 2 games. Ian, the Dallas Cowboys in Cincinnati today. My word, the loser finishes with the 3rd overall pick going into Week 15. What is the status of the Dallas Cowboys organization and the coaching staff right now?
Yeah, been an ugly season, no doubt, Rich. 1 win in the last 7 games, leading to the question, is Mike McCarthy heading toward a one-and-done situation? My understanding, talking to sources inside the organization, Mike McCarthy is safe. But as one source said, something has to change. And keep an eye on the defensive side of the ball, specifically defensive coordinator Mike Nolan. They basically have the same players they had in 2018. That was a good defense. This last in points, something must change, Rich.
All right, thanks very much for the 2020 story, lines you didn't see coming all year long. Week 15, the folks at NBC flexed out of Cowboys and Niners and flexed into Giants and Browns.
Okay, Rich.
Irv, these are all hashtag fact.
Verizon. This holiday, get the 5G America's been waiting for, only from Verizon.
After 4 games this year, thought maybe Tom Brady could be patrolling this field to the Super Bowl Sunday for the home team. It could still happen. Right now, they're just 7-5. And the team at the time that was out is in as the 7th seed. The 1-5 Vikings now in as the 7th seed, Sarah Walsh. Big game today.
Huge game today, Rich. Bucs cornerback Jamel Dean is doubtful with the groin. He missed the last game with the concussion, and his absence has been felt because this typically stout Bucs defense has been gutted through the air recently. Over the last 4 games, no team in the NFL has given up more passing touchdowns or passing yards. Bruce Arians said this defense has to start faster and can't wait until the second half to be making adjustments. Bucs defensive coordinator Todd Bowles says, look, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, he's pretty sure that they're feeling pretty good after watching what Kansas City just did to the Bucs defense with big plays. And while this isn't a sexy answer to the problem, Bowles said that they are going back to fundamentals and basics today, Rich.
Offensively, Sarah, as coaches, Steve, as you know, they look at the season in quarters. At halftime, through the first 2 quarters of the season, 8 games, excellent. Last quarter, third quarter, no bueno. Now we're entering the 4th quarter. Everybody in the NFL has played 12 games, including TB12, coming off of a bye week. And they played the first 12 weeks in a row, Steve, so no OTAs, no training camp. But this team, along with Carolina, coming off of their Week 13 bye, had 12 straight games to get this thing right. Now a bye. The question is which Brady's going to show up today after the bye?
Rich, the bye came at a good time, and I'll tell you why. Because they've lost 3 out of 4 games, and he's not been playing great, all right? He's got 7 interceptions in those games. That's the second most in the league, all right? So they take time to evaluate what they're doing, and they'll find out what he doesn't like, what he does like, all right? Maybe there's some things that they can incorporate that he has had in New England that can help them get the ball out quicker. We know that he's not throwing the ball down the field as effectively as they'd like, but they do need chunk plays. So I think this bye was at a good time to get some things fixed. And they're playing against the Vikings defense. That pass defense is not that great, 26th in the league, so he should have some success today.
Yeah, Godwin and Brown and Evans, and yet the quarterback maybe with the hottest wide receiver in the league is Kirk Cousins, because this kid, Justin Jefferson, has been remarkable, getting a lot of people thinking about Randy Moss.
Is someone getting the best?
Out to the end zone to Moss. Touchdown!
I think we're seeing a Rookie of the Year. There's Jefferson. Touchdown, JJ!
And he's chasing Randy Moss.
He sure is. Through the first dozen games of Randy's career, he had 11 touchdowns. That's the only category you see on the screen that Justin Jefferson did not surpass in his first 12 games coming off of campus at LSU. Those numbers with the yellow carrots are off the charts, and that's how we send things over to Kurt and Irv for Football 101.
I love it.
All right. And, you know, I remember in the offseason when Minnesota got rid of Stephon Diggs, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? That's the best 1-2 punch that you have in the league in terms of route running and what they could do. And, okay, let's just insert this rookie in. Stephon Diggs has 1,037 yards, 4 touchdowns. This guy's got 1,039 yards.
I love Randy Moss, but he don't run routes like this.
What separates him is his route running for a young guy here, Irvin. You watch it. Just a little hit right there to create separation, let the quarterback know, hey, when I hit inside, now I'm breaking out of it. You can lay that ball out. I'll go get it. Big play. Oh, this is one I love, right?
Job.
It's all about the eyes, right?
Watch his
turn
head.
back.
Watch his head.
Look at the quarterback.
1, 2, 3,
now the
4.
DB
Bam.
starts looking at the quarterback. Boom. Stop on a dime. Gets out of that,
Kurt,
and then the extra effort to get
no
into
way
the end
young
zone.
guys do that. They get way too impatient and do that. And Kurt, I love this one right here. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but look how he uses leverage in his body to hold his defensive back. Stay right there. Well, let me kick that ball over here. Incredible job by this young dude. I love Randy Moss, Rich, but Randy Moss ain't never, ever, ever, ever ran routes like that. Never, ever. He's a bad boy, but he ain't run routes like that.
No doubt. And that's what you have Adam Thielen, who's really good at running routes and definitely in the red zone. And now you got this young kid who I thought coming out maybe didn't have the best speed. So Randy Moss, tremendous speed, big plays down the field. Didn't have the tremendous speed, but he's finding ways to make big plays anyways.
Yes, he is. Yes, he does. He's an incredible, incredible young dude. Just uses his body, his head. He uses everything in running those routes, and you just showed that, Kurt.
You've got the ball, so you have to throw the pick six. I'm not throwing any more pick sixes.
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, my God. Kurt, if the Bears' offense was a suit color, that's what it would look like. Wow. Every time the camera pans to Kurt, takes me back to my childhood. I feel like I'm watching on a black and white TV.
Oh, my God. Come on, Jonathan. What is wrong?
Oh, no. Kurt looked at his closet and made a GCP by choosing that suit. You do, Kurt. Yes.
Yes. GCP. GCP.
GCS. It's a GCS.
That's what I'm talking about. Good call.
Game-changing suit.
Good call.
You changed your game up with your suit. It's a game-changer. Oh, well, whatever. All right, pick six now with Cynthia Freeland. Let's pick that game that we just heard those guys talk about with Justin Jefferson. Big game, 6 versus 7. You say the Bucs win it.
By 6 points, they win it. It's their defense that makes the big difference in this one. I want to talk about Tom Brady's projection. I don't always get to talk about it, but 279 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Look at that. He's quarterback number 5 this week.